You pick her up, or you meet her there, and it's a place you wouldn't even take yourself on a random Tuesday night. White tablecloths, $40 entrees, a cocktail menu that reads like a novel. You haven't even ordered yet, and you're already thinking about the bill. Not because you're cheap, but because something in you feels off. Like you're trying to buy a good first impression instead of actually making one. You tell yourself it's just one night. You tell yourself it's part of dating. You tell yourself that if you don't do it, some other guy will. And that's exactly how men get trained into bad habits that cost them money, leverage, and clarity. Here's the thing. Expensive first dates don't signal confidence. They signal insecurity wrapped in generosity. And most men don't realize that until they repeated the same mistake enough times to finally feel the pattern. My name is Dean, and I would like to talk about 5 reasons men should say no to expensive first dates. If you're someone who has trouble defining, communicating, and enforcing relationship boundaries, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now, you might be thinking, but women expect it, or it shows effort, or it separates me from low-effort guys. Look, here's what most people don't realize. The first date is not about impressing. It's about information. And when you overspend early, you distort that information. Reason number 1. Expensive first dates create a false power dynamic. Money is not neutral. It communicates value, expectation, and obligation whether you like it or not. When you leave with a high-cost date, you immediately place yourself in a provider role before trust, alignment, or attraction have even been established. That shifts the frame. Now she's evaluating the experience instead of the connection, and you're subconsciously hoping the investment pays off. Here's where men get stuck. They think spending more increases attraction. In reality, it often increases entitlement. When someone receives value they didn't earn, they adapt to it quickly and ask, "Is this the baseline?" And if you try to scale back later, it feels like a downgrade, not because you changed, but because you set the bar too high, too fast. Reason number 2, you remove her incentive to invest. This is where psychology matters. People value what they contribute to. Effort creates attachment. When you handle all the effort, planning, and cost, she has nothing invested except time. That makes it easier for her to disengage, ghost, or treat the date casually. There's no emotional or energetic buy-in. Real-life example. A man spends $200 on a first date. Great conversation. Chemistry feels good. He texts the next day. She replies politely, then slowly fades. Why? Because for her, it was just a nice night out. For him, it was an audition. When effort is one-sided, interest rarely balances itself later. Reason number 3. Expensive dates hide incompatibility. This is where it gets really interesting. High-end environments smooth over awkwardness. They distract from personality gaps. Good food, good drinks, good ambience can create artificial chemistry. You're not seeing how she communicates in normal settings. You're not observing how she handles simplicity, flexibility, or inconvenience. You're seeing how she enjoys luxury. And here's the thing. If a woman loses interest when the setting is modest, she wasn't interested in you. She was interested in the experience. First date should reveal reality, not mask it. Reason number 4. You train yourself to perform instead of evaluate. Most men don't notice this shift happening internally. When you plan an expensive first date, your mindset subtly changes. You're no longer asking, "Do I like her?" You're asking, "Does she like me?" You become more agreeable. You overlook red flags. You justify behavior you'd normally question. Because walking away now feels like wasting money, not just time. That sunk cost fallacy in action. The more you invest early, the harder it becomes to be objective. And objectivity is the entire point of early dating. Reason number 5. You attract the wrong type of attention. This one is uncomfortable, but it matters. Leading with money attracts women who prioritize what you provide over who you are, not always consciously, but behavior follows incentives. If her enthusiasm spikes when the restaurant is expensive, when the wine is rare, when the bill is high, pay attention. That's information. Now, you might be thinking, so what should I do instead? Good question. Say no to expensive first dates not out of bitterness, but out of discipline. Choose environments that allow conversation. Coffee, a walk, a casual meal, something that lets you observe effort, curiosity, and presence. Watch how she responds. Does she engage? Does she contribute? Does she show up on time? Ask questions and stay present without being entertained? That's compatibility. Here's what most people don't realize. A woman who genuinely likes you will not be offended by a reasonable, low-pressure first date. She'll be relieved because now she can be herself too. And if she judges you for it, you didn't lose anything. You filtered early. Look, discipline in dating is not about being cheap. It's about being intentional. Your money is energy. Your time is energy. Spend both where there is mutual interest, not just potential attraction. So here's your action step. On your next first date, choose simplicity on purpose. Observe more. Talk less. Invest slowly. And remember this, the goal is not to impress strangers. It's to identify partners. If this helped you see dating more clearly, download the free ebook in the description box below. Like, share, and subscribe. And start leading your dating life with structure instead of impulse.